I am Luciana Hartwin. Welcome to the Temple of Bastet. As always, if you find value here, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Seth in the Golden Age. Come with me, dear seekers, to the Temple of Bastet, where myths breathe and the gods step out of the shadows to walk among us. We turn our gaze to a figure who is often misunderstood, even vilified, a god of storms and chaos, the breaker of bonds and the shifter of paths. Yet in the golden age of the gods, Seth had his place, his purpose, and his brilliance. Let us step back to that time when the world was young, the gods were in their prime, and Seth's storms, though fierce, still danced to a divine rhythm. The birth of Seth. In the beginning, Seth was born of the union of Geb, the earth, and Nut, the sky, a son of chaos from the very moment his first cry pierced the heavens. While Osiris came with the promise of order, and Isis carried the spark of magic, Seth was the raw, untamed power of the storm. The winds whispered his name, the desert carried his essence, and lightning in the heavens seemed to laugh with him. He was a force, not to be tamed or reasoned with, but to be respected and understood. Even as a child among the gods, Seth stood apart. While others reveled in the harmony of the Golden Age, Seth sought the edges, the wild spaces where the balance was most fragile. He was the god who watched the horizon, searching for the storm before it came, not to flee from it, but to meet it head on. Seth's role in the Golden Age. In the Golden Age, the world was lush and abundant. Osiris ruled with wisdom. Isis worked her magic. Nephthys guarded the boundaries. And Seth? Seth was the god who ensured that stagnation did not creep into paradise. Seth's storms cleared the old to make way for the new. His winds carried the seeds of renewal, scattering them far and wide. He was the strength of the wild desert that cradled the fertile Nile, a reminder that even paradise needs a harsh edge to thrive. He was also a protector. When the serpent, Apep, the eternal enemy of the sun, rose from the dark waters to devour Ra's light, it was Seth who stood on the prow of the solar Barque, spear in hand, ready to face the beast. Every night he fought Apep, plunging his blade into its chaotic coils to ensure the dawn would rise again. Seth and the desert. The desert was Seth's domain, and it reflected his nature. Vast, untamed, full of beauty and peril in equal measure. Mortals feared it, prayed for its mercy, and often cursed its harshness. But Seth loved it, not because it was easy, but because it was true. The desert teaches survival. It strips away the unnecessary, leaving only what is essential. Seth, in his storms and his ferocity, did the same. He challenged mortals and gods alike to grow, to adapt, to rise stronger from the trials he brought. Yet Seth was not without joy. In the heart of the storm there was laughter, wild, unrestrained, the kind that comes from knowing your power and embracing it fully. Seth, for all his chaos, reveled in his existence. He was not ashamed of his nature. He celebrated it. The complexity of Seth. Seth was not easy to love. even among the gods. His temper was fierce, his pride formidable, yet in the golden age his siblings understood his value. Osiris saw in him a necessary counterbalance. Isis recognized his strength, and Nephthys, his wife, saw the vulnerability beneath his ferocity. Their union, though complex, was a bond of cosmic necessity. Nephthys, with her quiet wisdom, tempered Seth's storms, grounding him when his chaos threatened to overwhelm. And Seth, in turn, offered her the raw, untamed energy she often lacked. Seth's relationship with his family was fraught with tensions. Even then, he bristled under the rule of Osiris, whose calm leadership sometimes felt to Seth like a chain. He was the storm, after all, and storms are not meant to be contained. The seeds of conflict. In this golden age, though, Seth's discontent was not yet the raging fire it would become. It was a quiet, simmering thing, a restlessness in his heart. He saw the love the people poured upon Osiris and Isis, their praises sung to the rulers who brought them prosperity and peace. And though Seth was a protector, though his storms ensured the balance of the world, he was often feared, rarely celebrated. It planted a seed, a small one, but potent, of envy, of frustration. Why could they not see the beauty in the storm, the strength in chaos? Why was he always the outsider? But for now, the golden age held. The gods worked together, each playing their part. Seth's storms raged, but always gave way to calm skies. He fought Apep every night and returned victorious, his spear sharp and his spirit indomitable. Seth's legacy in the Golden Age. In this time of harmony, Seth's role was vital, though often misunderstood. He was the breaker of stagnation, the protector of light against the encroaching dark. He was the god who reminded the world that chaos is not destruction. It is change, growth, transformation. Seth was the edge of the blade, the howl of the wind, the spark in the darkness. And though he may not have been loved, he was respected. Even the gods, who sometimes looked at him warily, knew that without Seth, the balance of the Golden Age could not hold. And so we leave Seth in the Golden Age, standing tall in the desert winds, his laughter carried on the air. He is the storm and the silence after, the challenge and the strength to rise above it. He is chaos, yes, but chaos with purpose, with power, with beauty. If you found value here, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. I am Luciana Hartwin, and this is the Temple of Bastet.